explains the problems Australian property market is facing.
We treat it as if it's an investment rather than a consumption item, is we've been conned by the finance sector. And housing should not be an asset. Housing should not be something that you profit out of, it's something you should live in. Well, the Australian property market is basically an Australian obsession. If conversation in Sydney always starts with how much has my house price risen since the last time we had dinner. This is one of the great weaknesses of Australia, that it obsesses over the prices of real estate, never mind the state of the manufacturing sector or the trade balance and so on. Are your house prices rising? It's been something which is it's a global phenomenon going right back to 1970, but we treat rising house prices as a sign of rising prosperity. Now, in fact, when you take a look at what drives house prices, and this is partly why I became notorious in the country back in the 2005 area, I say that what drives rising house prices is rising levels of mortgage debt. So what the rising house price actually tells you is there's an increasing amount of money being used to buy house prices, which has been borrowed from the banking sector, and that's what's primarily causing your house prices to rise. And that's not a good sign, it's a bad sign, because the cause of the increase in level of house prices is an increasing level of household debt. And
already he said so much good in the first few minutes of this video. Homes should be a consumption item, not an investment item. That is exactly right. If you've bought a home or if you've lived in a rental, you will know things break, things need fixing. I was just doing some concreting today to fix some broken paths at the front of my house, which I've been needing to do for ages. They break down. It is insane how much houses go up in value in comparison to what they're actually worth and what they actually provide. But also, I want you to notice what he says. Australians are considered wealthy because our housing wealth is so valuable. But really, he's going to say this, we're paupers living within castles. Really, we are much poorer than many people in many other parts of the world, because so much of our wealth is tied up in our land and paying heavy rents and heavy mortgages.